I couldn't buy that. I just couldn't buy that. I just couldn't buy that. I could not buy that for that bag. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video I think is a really interesting topic, and it came from a comment that one of you guys left me over on Instagram. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm over there as well at Amelia Rose's Closet, and it's a good place to follow me because I find it's a bit easier on Instagram to interact if you guys can leave me comments and send me messages, and it's easier really for us to have a chat over there. And today's video came from a comment that one of you guys left on one of my posts, and it was about the price of a unicorn. How do you buy, or what do you think about the price of a unicorn? And that comment was made set against the very recent Chanel price increases and how expensive the bags now are anyway, even at retail price, let alone if it becomes unicorn status. And the bag that this person was specifically asking me about was the Chanel Classic Flap, I believe, in the very beautiful emerald green colour, which I believe was in Caviar. I will put a picture in. I don't have this bag. I believe it was from the 18S collection, although I'm not entirely sure. And you do see this coming up for sale from time to time on the resale market through the resellers on Instagram, and it always carries a pretty penny. Yeah, it carries a pretty penny. The cost for it, the retail price, I believe at the time in pounds would have been probably somewhere around £4,600 to £5,000. They have obviously gone up with the recent increases, but it now sells on the retail market for $9,000-10,000. So it's hefty. It's hefty. But what do I think about that? Well, for a start, we're in a position where the Chanel price increases, and not just Chanel, most of the luxury houses keep having price increases, and the prices of these items keep going up and up and up. And I didn't do a video on the very recent Chanel price increases. I did one previously on the Louis Vuitton increases. And whilst they are not nice to swallow. They make it a bigger hit if you want to buy one of these pieces retail. I still have to sit here and say that I can't say to you that I'm never going to buy another Chanel bag retail. I can't. I would be absolutely lying. And I agree with Connor from The Closet, who did his video on this issue, that they're a business. They are a multinational global business. They're not a local community business that cares about the community they operate in. I don't believe they really care if you and I can afford their bags. I believe that they look at it very much like a business, and they assess their stock and they assess their profit margins, and they set price increases that they feel are appropriate, and they do so as a business. And they don't really care if we're sitting over here saying, well, I was waiting to purchase that bag, or I was saving for that bag, which I get would be so frustrating. Even if there's a bag that you wanted. I know a friend of mine had wanted a bag and her SA told her she couldn't get it. They didn't have it. And then the day after the price increase, it became available. Just like that. And to get the bag, she had to swallow the price increase and pay the price increase. So it's market driven, it's business driven, it's hefty, they're expensive. But a point that Connor made that I agree with is that they are luxury, and it's not the price of everyday items that are going up to that extent. And Chanel in particular want to remain luxury, and there's been a lot of discussion on if they want to actually get to the point of Hermes luxury, and therefore they're going to put their prices to remain luxurious. And I suppose if we want to have any of these pieces and pay for the luxury, that is the price that is now attracted to it, or attached to it, I should say. And this question then came on the price of a unicorn against those price increases, which is why we've done the recap on the increase before we get into this. And it was really saying, what do you think about these crazy prices that now, if you're not lucky enough to get one of these unicorn bags when they first come out at retail, the price that we're all now going to be expected to pay? And I suppose we could take from this question was specifically in respect of this Chanel bag. There are, of course, also Hermes bags, the Kelly and the Birkin. And the Kelly and the Birkin go on the retail market for about roughly, very roughly double than what they would be to pay for retail. If you're lucky enough to get one of those bags without having to build up a significant purchase history in Hermes. So you could actually be looking to buy one of those bags but have spent the same amount almost as a 1-to-1 ratio on other items in the store and then got the Hermes bag. And that would kind of equal out what it's selling on the resale market. But of course you've got all of those other items as well. On the resale market, it is just about double the price if you want to have one of those bags. And part of that is because the Hermes Birkin and the Kelly are so hard to get. You need a relationship with your SA, you need to have purchase history. Normally you can put in wishes if you're lucky enough to get one, but the point is you can't just walk into a store and say, I really like that bag, even though it's thousands and thousands of pounds and I'm willing to give you my thousands and thousands of pounds. You can't just walk in and buy it. They have to almost decide to sell it to you, or you have to be in a position where the shop or the manager or your sales associate is in a position to offer you that bag to purchase. So it's not that these are easy to buy, they are very difficult, and that adds into and builds into the amount that they can then demand as a resale price whenever they go onto the resale market. Chanel is somewhat different, although there has been quite a lot of chat recently and commentary, and I've seen some people posting on Instagram that their SA has a particular Chanel bag available, but if you want to buy it you have to have a purchase history, and there is some discussion ongoing that it's now trying to move towards the more exclusive bags or the more hot bags that are coming out by Chanel. You need to have some sort of relationship with the brand. And I do know of one of my friends who was trying to buy a particular bag and their boutique had given the VIP ready-to-wear clients first refusal on the bags before any of the people who had put their name down for them were able to see if they could get them. So there is that element coming into Chanel. But by and large, you're meant to be able to go into Chanel and see a bag on the shelf, and if it's there and you want to buy it and give them your thousands and thousands of pounds to buy that bag. Although, as I say, with some bags, certain bags, the bags they know that are going to be hot, I don't actually know if it's just as simple as that. I think there's probably becoming more and more a bit more to it. But then we go to if you want to buy one of these Chanel bags, and we're going to talk Chanel specifically in this video, that have reached unicorn status. Sure, we all know what I mean by talking about unicorn status when it comes to a Chanel bag. But it is one of those bags where Chanel just knock it out of the park on the colour. And there's a few that we'll all be aware of. The bag that this video came from in question, the 18S, I believe, emerald green, is certainly one of these unicorn bags. The Pearl Mini, the Pearl Mini. Oh, my heart aches for the Pearl Mini. The Pearl Mini is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a black satin bag. I'll put a picture in with pearls on it, and it is absolutely unicorn status. When they become available for sale, they sell like that, even at the prices they're demanding on the resale market. And that's one of the things we have to mention in this video. As well as there being the much higher price tag to get one of these bags, you gotta move quickly. These bags can be next to impossible to get. And when they come up on one of the resale sites or any of the resellers have them for sale, they go like that. There's almost a waiting list for them. People are queuing up to throw their thousands and thousands of pounds over retail at the seller to get these bags because they are that popular. So there is the Pearl Mini, there is the green, emerald green, there is the 19S pink, which I have on my wish list. It's beautiful, it's absolutely stunning. The 19S iridescent print or pink bag. There is this one that I am lucky enough to have, and this is the 17B collection, the rose gold. Mine is in the mini rectangle. This bag is just, I better take this pen away. I do that often. It's so silly. This bag is so sought after. I get so many messages from people asking me if I would sell this bag. It is, when it comes up, it flies off the shelf. I know not that long ago that Lux Lover had some of them for sale, and she had a waiting list of who was going to be able to get one of these. They command thousands more than retail. They are just so sought after. The last Pearl Mini that I saw for sale, I believe, was in the region of $13,500 US. Wow, let's just say that again for these unicorn status bags. $13,500 US dollars. That is such an amount of money. But that is, and I suppose what it comes down to, it's market-led. It's demand-led. And as I just said, whenever these bags come up for sale on a resale site, they sell like that. If you aren't one of the first people to see it, go onto the site for sale or onto the Instagram for sale, you haven't got a mission, because they sell within seconds of them going on. And that just shows that even with this unicorn price tag, even with the price tag to get this pen, to get this little mini bag, I think these now are around $9,000-$10,000. I haven't seen one in a while. I don't know if they've gone up to 13,000 US dollars, the same as the Pearl Mini, because the price of this rose gold mini generally tracks alongside the Pearl Mini. I don't know if it's up there. I haven't seen one of these in a while, but the last one I did see, I think, was 9,000 to 10,000 US dollars. But it's demand. It is, and I suppose the old saying, don't hate the player, hate the game. You can't hate or take it up against the reseller, because it's what the market is demanding. It's the market price. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying I like it because I like these unicorn bags. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it is led by the demand of the people wanting to buy them and the people willing to pay that much above retail to get the bag. And I can't sit here in judgment. That bag that you can see poking here, the Houndstooth 19, small 19 Chanel. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't $13,500, but it was a premium. It was over retail and I paid it. And you know, if you've watched my videos before, I'd been looking for that bag for a very, very long time. So I paid premium for that bag. So I cannot sit here in judgment. I will not sit here in judgment because I have done it. Would I admit that to my husband? No, let's not even go there. But yes, I have done it. And the reality is, if it is a bag that you really, really want and you have the financial means to do it, and you're in that privileged position, and it comes up and you really, really want it, there are so many people who are going to pay the price. And that level of demand and that level of want for the bag is what is dictating and setting the price being that much above retail. People will say, and I've heard arguments that it's immoral, that it is just not right to be charging people that much above retail, that it's immoral. And there is a debate over that to be had. But I think whether it's immoral or not, it's set by the demand of the bag. Is it right to be charging that much over retail whenever a bag costs that amount at retail? No, it's probably not. But that, again, is what the demand is creating. It is such a demand and a flurry to get that bag, that unicorn bag. It's dictating that the price keeps going up and up and up because there are so many people competing to buy the bag. Yeah, that's probably my view on it. I think it's pretty similar to Connor's view whenever he did the Chanel price increase one, wherever he said they're a business, they can set their prices. That's what they're doing. They're setting their prices. They're a luxury brand. They can set their prices where they want. And I suppose what the resale consignment market would be saying is, we are a business. It is not that we are setting out to exploit people of their money. It's that the demand for this bag now demands this type of price. There is still an argument, are you exploiting people because you are charging that much over retail? Well, that is probably what the seller of the bag is now asking for the bag, plus the consignment fee of normally around 10%. And because they know from doing their market research, no doubt, that that's what the bag is attracting. So is it exploiting people to charge double? It probably is to be charging to get double, but I don't think you can blame the person that's selling their bag, because that is what the price on the market now is. That is what the market price is. And anybody looking to sell their bag, like if I was looking to sell this bag, you'd be looking at all of the other bags that have come up for sale on the resale market, and if people are selling them at that price, I don't know if anybody's then going to sell it at thousands of pounds or dollars less whenever they know that it will be snapped up for that much higher price. So do I like it? Of course not. Have I spent more than retail? Well, there's the Houndstooth. Now, I bought this one. I didn't get this retail. I bought this from a reseller, but I bought it a long time ago. So although I did pay over retail for this, this bag hadn't got to the levels that it's at now. I didn't pay what the price now would be. I'm looking behind, there's other bags that I've probably paid maybe a bit over. That bucket bag there that is in the corner, that was a bit over retail, but again, not to these levels. So yeah, I think the prices that these unicorns demand now is absolutely crazy. I think it's crazy. I think for a bag that cost, let's do easy numbers, for a bag that cost £5,000 or dollars in the shop to now be commanding £9,000 and £10,000 in dollars is absolutely crazy. It's crazy to think that what the brand was selling you that for, it's now going in the retail market or the resale market for double. And it is crazy. But I think it's the demand and it's the people wanting to buy it that are dictating that price. So I think that if one of those unicorn bags is on your wish list and it's one of the bags that you really, really want to have, then you have to be prepared to pay this level of money on the resale market. Now, I would love that Pearl 19, but when it come up for $13,500, I couldn't buy that. I just couldn't buy that. I just couldn't buy that. I could not buy that for that bag. And I suppose that is a question and a line that every individual person who is looking for one of the unicorn type bags is going to have to set for themselves. What is the price that you are willing to go to for that? And I would just say, whenever you know what that price is, set it in your mind and set it firmly, because it's really, really easy to get caught up in the hunt. I know it's available and I found it and I can have it. But then you look at the figure and the amount, and you need to have had that conversation with yourself first, I think. So those are my chatty video. Those are my thoughts. Those are my comments on the Chanel price increase, which leads into the topic of the Chanel unicorn and the price of a unicorn. I hope that this has been a little bit of crack and a bit entertaining and a bit of a chat about these crazy prices. Let me know what you think in the comment box. Do you think it's just absolutely nuts, or is it something that you would be willing to do if it was a bag that you absolutely wanted? Yeah, please take care. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Take care, and I will see you again in the next one.